Okay guys, you're welcome back to my channel. This is Zach Graphics. In this video we creating this flyer design. Now okay, this is a flyer design I did for a particular ministry. So it's a friend's church. This is an online ministry. So and they are making like a church program for this a church program. So I just, and the theme of the program is strengthening the inner man. So when the topic came up, I thought of, because it's for prayer, so if it has to do with something strengthening spiritual person, so I can either use somebody praying, actually just put the person in the image, or it will still indicate that it is for prayer. However, I just recharged my phone, and normal when you just recharge, Glow just give you some bonuses before they start touching from your original your data. So that's why. So when I came up with the design, the concept, I thought about it. Then what happens to be strengthening, renewing? What image can I use as that expression to express that strengthening, renewing, like reawaken, something that just awakened? So I thought of something. Then the first idea that came to me is like the rising of the sun. Like when sun is about to set up, it starts from reawakening, renewal, like, so it's giving hope to things that doesn't have hope, like something is starting afresh. Okay, that's one thing about the sunrise, like hope. Where there is no hope, light is now coming. So that is why I thought of using sunrise and just using like a background for sunrise. But actually, before I did that, I want to do something that is minimal, that does not comprise of too many elements. So the other one that I thought of using a man that is just praying, just that's the normal one everybody want to use. But however, and I thought of using a man watering a flower. I wanted to use, if you look at my okay, I've deleted it. I'll be sharing the PLP file very soon. When you check the resource folder, you see I used some leaves here that way, some leaves that there are some trees that does not have like roots for the particular design. Now okay, something like this nature. So I actually wanted to use it before, but I just decided to, okay, let me just use this. Let me use a wax instead. Now when you point water on top of a flower, you're actually strengthening the plant. You're empowering that plant to produce, to be active, to produce more. Because normally now in biology we're taught that plant manufactures their food in the presence of sunlight and water. That is because plant takes in water and carbon dioxide. Normal human being breathing oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. So plant actually takes in carbon dioxide plus water you had on it. Now in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight, it yields water and water and glucose. Now what actually, if human being, when you take in water, food, it strengthens you. So if plants definitely going to produce their food through water and sunlight, it's still going to and normally you don't water your plants in the night, majorly it's water during the day, so it's definitely going to strengthen the plant. And besides, when you put NPK, potassium, nitrogen and phosphorus, those chemicals on the soil, when you put them on the soil of a particular plant, there are some nutrients. Potassium is inside the soil, some nutrients are actually inside the soil. So when you pour water into the soil, those nutrients mix with the soil, and thereby microorganism acts on it, it dissolves it inside the water. It makes it very, very easy for the roots of the leaf to be able to tap from those nutrients that are there, so thereby strengthening that plant. So that's why I actually use this concept, pouring water and the leaf, thinks about something strengthening. So I just hope you've learned from this verbal explanation. Now the design is very easy. So the first thing I did here was bringing in a vax. So you can see the vax was already here. Let me just lock this my vax, so I'll just duplicate it. So the resources will be in the description of this video. I just you can choose to reduce it. Now when I actually did this design at first, the main reason I did it when I did the design at first, actually I didn't use this man holding a vax, because if I actually have used I didn't, because I was not having it. I had to download it yesterday when I created it. If I had it, then I wouldn't have positioned it, this vax here. I would have positioned it somewhere around here and maybe manually okay, I think let me just lock this. Sorry, manually I will just copy this and just rotate it somewhere around, just flip it somewhere around. Okay, somewhere around this. Okay, now this is something I should have done. Okay, but however, though it's not even looking okay, I would have still considered that other way. Alright, so the first thing I did was I brought in a shape. I gave it my brand color, since it's so I just position it somewhere around here. So I locked it. Then I just bring in this image. Then I position it somewhere around here. So I position it somewhere around here. Now it's not going to be that much because you see the original this flyer. So I position it somewhere around here because I used it as a footer. Okay, so you see it somewhere. I position it somewhere around here. So the next thing was I started bringing in some little shapes. I brought in a shape. I reduced the color. I just positioned it somewhere around here like this. Then I made it this color. Okay, so then my grid, I used my grid. So I positioned my grid here and I positioned another grid here. Okay, so I'm doing this because of some people that are newbie into graphic design. So I did one here, and I just brought in every element. Okay, so I copied this, copied it, just put this, use this blue. So just manually adjust. Okay, so I think these are okay. So it's like this. Now because of the way I position my image, you need to be careful not to make this side too crowded, this side and this side, because I intend to put my theme here and this here. Not make the text too big, just to make your design appear a little bit good. So let me zoom this. I don't want this to, okay. Okay, however, this is okay. So when you're done, just lock. So this one, I will copy this and okay, so I position this one here. I lock this. Then this one so the next thing I use the particular fonts, two different types of typeface. Now the reason I'm using this my Pixellab, okay, I'm strengthening. Okay, so I used a particular typeface, black mango bold. Okay, so this is strengthening. You know, make sure the text is not too big so it will not be taking too much. Okay, so I guess okay, now I'll just make do with that's this one. So just try and make sure all your texts are well aligned here. So strengthen, copy, okay, so thy inner man. Okay, so the inner man. Okay, so the next thing is we'll just our team. Now could I have just made this team? Okay, so but I'll be using this same color we applied here. Then I used a different font. This font I've been using it for my brand really, so I actually stopped using Montserrat for some while, but I'll still go back to it because Montserrat actually helps my brand communicate everything. It's fun, it's fun, it's modern. I love Montserrat. So because I'll be doing a rebranding soon, when I rebrand I will just be going back to Montserrat. So the next thing I'll doing, I'll just copy this, then I'll okay, the theme of the program. So I actually have this is my text here. You can see I have everything here. Okay, let me just delete this one I just brought in. Now however, let me just tell you, you can see this theme, the one I use for this theme. Change the color to white. Okay, and let me just use it as dates. Now I don't want this video to be too long, but however it has been very long. Let me just explain and just stop. So this is how, just use your eye to gauge if they are both in the middle. So this is, just look at it, so you can see just, and okay, there's another thing I want to, let me just delete all these things I just brought in newly. Okay, so let me delete this. So this is the one I was having before. This is alright, so you can see it is what I removed before, and the alignment, okay, just to see this one, the alignment here, and so I'll bring in the text for, okay, this is the name of the program, strengthen dynamo team. Okay, see you can see for this Ephesians chapter, the Bible So I use Montserrat semi not Montserrat railway semi bold. Okay, it's because railway is kind of thick, so I just position it there. Then there's another thing I just want to show you. It is for these ministers. Now look at I still use railway, but however, look, this is what I did. I just came here. When I come to I click on it, come to font. Once I typed it, this is what I typed it, ministers, then I put enter. Then I didn't put enter here. You can see I didn't put enter here. I didn't put enter, just went there itself. So however, when you come to ministers, just pay attention. Look at this color. Scroll down. Just come here and just move this in here and just put it here. You can see it is going to affect only when I do it like this. It affected everywhere because I highlighted here. See, when I move it blue, but you can see this is the only place I highlighted. So that's it. So when I come here, I just highlighted only ministers, and as well as the font, I use everything was semi bold. But when I now came to these ministers, I just came here and I clicked on bold. So you can see that's why it's appearing bold. Then the inquiries, I showed you how I did that one. Then the phone number. So this WhatsApp icon. Okay, so you can see this date is also important. This 10 days prayer cruise is very, very important because it's the main event of the program. So you can either make this one big or the program big. Because I've actually done this, I've arranged I used bold to railway bold for this one. So because I've actually typed in the theme and my team and I've brought in this vax and the watering can. That's why let me just go ahead and make this prayer cruise big. Actually, when I presented it to my friend did not like the design because he's used to all these designs that are big. So this is the name of the ministry. This is the name of the ministry, called to Zion Global Network. So when this one is unlocked. This is the icon, this is the time, this is the date. Let me just unlock every. So you can see for this, the venue. Now you can see for this call to Zion Global Network Group. Look at the size. I used 15. The dates, how I did the date was. So how I did the date was. The date was, you can see I only typed 13 July and I clicked enter and I put this. Then I just stylishly copied this font I use for present. It's still the same font I use for present anyway, but however it was black. It was black. I don't want to use this thing that looks like orange here because it will be just too much. So that's why I made it 24, and this is the font. This is the font. It's one of Minecraft's. Is Winecraft anyway. So that's the font I used. Then, so that is how I came about this design. So the next thing is this one, this watering can. Then this watering can again, I just copied it. Now come to eraser. Then increase my blur, not too much. Then this guy, just erase this side. Okay, now we have this one done. So the next thing I'll come to erase color. Just click on it. Is enough, is okay like this. Then just click on okay. Just stretch it out. Okay, so we'll do this. This is how we'll just lock it. Now make sure it is behind this first one. Okay, then this is Pixellab. If there's any other way I can actually make this like this one, I'll just want to reduce it. Let me just zoom this in and just tamper with the size again. Okay, so this is, you can see we are done. If you have everything in place, then you're definitely done. So all you just need to do is come here and save your project, save your image as, save it ultra, or can come here and save in custom. So this is my normal size. Alright, so once you're done saving, so I'll just take it to Photoshop Express, or no, I actually use Photoshop Express, so I come to Photoshop Express, or you can use Snapseed. So this is the original one. I'll just go into it. Wow, no, I'm not collaging this, not collaging, just packing this. Don't save, please. So I'm just clicking on one, so I'll come to adjustment, increase the clarity to about, normally when I do my design, leave my clarity to 15 to 30. I've been using it for my brand anyway, so it has been consistent. Then DAs, I just applied DAs. However, there's something I failed to do. When my image here, you can see I reduced the brightness of the leaf, by 30, and I increased the contrast by 15, as well as the watering can. This watering can too, the brightness by -27 and the contrast by 12. So that's how I did that one. So then I applied grain to it. I actually applied noise to my designs. Then I increased the contrast to about 15. I reduced the highlights because it's too bright, so I increased the highlights. So then you can choose to add, is there any need for vibrance? There is actually no need for me to tamper with the vibrance, but actually the temperature, you can decide to make this thing a bit blue. Just give it 10. However, when I did my original one, I didn't use it, but you can just choose to do it like this, add blue to it. So this is before, this is after. Then you can come here, come to next, and just click on this save here, just tap on it. This save, just when you tap on it, it's going to save. Okay, that's all for this particular video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We'll see you in the next one. I just hope it was useful.